wrist, boy, cause this boy been throwing that like rich, boy. You miss, boy. Your numbers don't add up on the. That was 10 years ago. If you know, you know. Yeah. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. This thing of ours, oh, this thing of ours. Her fraternity of ringing off. I just happen to be alumni. Too legit, they still looking at me with one eye. The company I keep is not corporate enough. Child, you ain't orphan enough. A rapper turn can't morph into us, but a turn rapper can morph into Puff. Dance contest for the I predict Al Roker. If you know, you know. I only ever looked up to. You all get a bird. This Oprah. Players in ball shorts, coaching from the side of the ball court. If you know, you know. One stop like a Walmart. We got the for the wrong sport. If you know, you know. If you know about the port, though it's supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know. That's the reason we for circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know. You ever been hit with the water, then had to wait? Do you walk away? If you know, you know. When we all clicking like Golden State, and you and your team are the motorcade. If you know, you know. Been granting wishes like a genie to bad in two-piece bikinis. I've been hiding where you can see me. The skybox is right next to Riri's. Solely responsible for showing rappers how to stand on the front lines when started throwing bands. Where were you when Big brought the Tigers in? Cause I was busy earning stripes like a tiger skin. Players in ball shorts, coaching from the side of the ball court. If you know, you know. One stop like a Walmart. We got the for the wrong sport. If you know, you know. If you know about the port, though it's supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know. That's the reason we for circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Now your favorite rapper name on the install. Too late, you already lived. It was written in the children's story. Their life's a so what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could jump me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the Genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm. Have it stars. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the I'm a player on the late night.
Autumn has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Allen looks to throw on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. His first catch there. Good for 10 yards and a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Shut down, shut down.
Here we go now.
From midfield, here's Allen. He'll air this one toward Coleman. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play here for Buffalo. 41 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete to open things up. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. Going to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Reset. Tiger, come on. Down. Green, the line. Richmond.
Now a first down throw. Watson completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Tiger. Black 99 Philly.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down at the 28. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Richmond.
Again, it's Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They come up first and 10 at the 16. From the red zone now, Watson into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Back around his goal line. Here's Allen over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A carry here for the big tight end. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Now Allen. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Allen. That one complete to Yeldon. The Bills' passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They go back to the ground now with Yeldon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Here's Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Tiger. Richmond.
After the interception, here's Watson. Got him in. It's Bashawn Perriman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. To the left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Richmond. Tiger. Black gun now, Billy.
Watson looks to throw again. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Green the line! Green the line! Tiger!
They are going for it. Here's Watson. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Watson on 1st down. Flush to his right. He's going to look deep for Perriman. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Trent Murphy, the one to bring him down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Reset. Down. Blue 80.
Out of the gun, Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hodges. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Tiger. Down. Blue 80.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. He's got the leg, but it's Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here's Breida. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This is Breida. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
They'll try the air now with Watson. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Reset.
On first down, it's Watson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. They run with Breida. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Back to throw, Watson. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. Watson now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
Green the line. Green the line. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Now it's Breida. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down, here's Watson. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Jenkins. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives. ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on in that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Looked like a pretty good. Good safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He goes underneath for Yeldon. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Allen now on first down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit!
To the air, Allen. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And he'll
get in! Touchdown, Buffalo! A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
Detroit! Detroit!
Allen going to throw. And that is incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Raymond now on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it?
Richmond!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
No, check. Patriot!
From the gun, it's Allen. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now let's go! Detroit! 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
Lucky 56.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
After the interception, here's Watson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Target. Down. Black one.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Now Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tre'Davious White with a pick. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone.
Do you have one of those charts that tells you to go for 2 or go for 1?
I don't. I know you do, but I don't care what the chart says there. You got to kick it, right?
I agree totally, because somewhere the chart's something's gonna pop out of the chart and say, hey man, just kick the extra point here. You're in good shape. I think they were chasing points there when they didn't need to.
Yeah, try to get a little bit greedy, take the lead in the fourth quarter. Now they still trail by 1. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Jones breaking from the... He's got the lane, and there he goes. 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And now out come the Steelers. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Reset.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Flag 22. Flag 22.
On first down, Watson being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A gain of 39 that time. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. Now the Bills will take another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They give it to him running left. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is third and goal. Now a toss play. It's Breida. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Leopard! Leopard!
Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Bills, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles